You are listening to Studio MacGyver's Dragon Ball and Video Game Podcast.
What's going down, guys? It is your boy Studio MacGyver, and I am back. You are listening to Studio MacGyver's Dragon Ball and Video Game Podcast, and it's not really too much to talk about this week. I was surprised with the bombshell that there's no Dragon Ball Super episode this week, guys. So I did not know that. I found it at the last minute. I've been so busy as of late, and I didn't even have a chance to find that out. I did not think that they were going to have that happen twice in 1 month, but I guess they did. They've been backed up, and I guess that's the results you get when you have too much on your plate. I don't know what's going on over there, man, but it's got me a little upset. I mean, you guys have plenty of time to get everything in order, all the art, all the work that needs to be done and planned out. And, twice in 1 month is a little too much for my taste. That's just me on the outside looking in. That's how I see it. I went into a rant not too long ago anyway about, the characters and some of them in the way that they were being used. And, this is just another, an addition to, pile more shit on top of already made shit sandwich. So I guess I'll leave that at that. But there is supposed to be a new form from Goku coming up. Jiren is about to be put on display. We're going to find out how strong this guy actually really is. So, I mean, it seems like it's always about to go down in Dragon Ball Super. And, I can now say with confidence that the big boys are going to play next week. So that should get the ball started to roll, and we should find out what is going to happen, because I'm looking past the tournament and I'm trying to find out. I want to know what's going to happen after that. That's what I really want to know. What's going to happen after the tournament? What's going to happen in the tournament to dictate what will happen? Because like I said, you guys know better than anybody that Toriyama and Toei and all those guys are very unpredictable, and it should be very interesting to see how this unfolds. Yeah. So, like I said, there's nothing really to talk about concerning Super right now. And so I'll just jump into what has been going on the past week or so with me, actually. It's been kind of crazy, actually. I have caught up on Boruto, and you guys know, if you heard my earlier podcast, that, Naruto Shippuden is 500 episodes. Naruto is 220. I finished both of those in, less than 5 weeks. So basically I was just cramming and binging on Naruto, and my brain is fried. It was ready to explode, but it was a good thing though. It was a good thing. Anybody who watches that many episodes will not be able to do it if it wasn't good. I'm sorry. I mean, you just wouldn't. And that's how good the series was. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. I was blessed to watch Naruto. I was blessed to see everything unfold in Shippuden. And I'm very, very happy that that happened to me. Like I said, changed a lot of things, changed the way I looked at a lot of things. And like I said, Naruto is one of my new favorites now and forever. Now, Boruto is very good. It's different from Naruto, of course. They wanted to distinguish itself from the rest, and, add bits and pieces of it from the prior series. So, I mean, they're doing a good job right now. I'm very interested to see what's going to happen next. I'm not going to talk about Boruto right now, though. I will let that unfold a little longer before I even attempt to touch that. But it's all good. I mean, it's definitely all good. Excuse my voice. It's going through some changes, I guess. It doesn't know if it wants to be hoarse, if it wants to be airy. It doesn't know what it wants to do. So just apologizing for that in advance, guys. But as the rest of my week has been going, it's been okay. I mean, my phone is down right now. It actually died earlier today, late enough to where I couldn't take it back to the T-Mobile and get the ball started with get me a new phone. And, so basically I'm fucked for the next couple of days at least. And man, being without your phone is definitely something you don't want to do if you don't have to. And I'm feeling the results of that right now. So I don't know what to do with myself, to be honest. Also, I have a PSP. Yes, you heard it correctly. Sony PSP, one of the most slept on handhelds, in my opinion, of the last generation. It's an awesome system, guys. I mean, if you guys don't know about the PSP, do some digging, do some Googling, and you will find that the system had everything. And I mean by when I say that is that any kind of game that you wanted to play, whatever type of gamer you were, there was a game for you. I mean, it RPGs, JRPGs, strategy based, racing games, fighters. I mean, the scale was so big. Shooters, man, beautiful system. And and especially if you want to talk about the homebrew community, homebrew is just lights out. And if you guys don't know what homebrew is, it's basically where you take a older system that is, production has ceased on it. They're no longer making it, selling it. Well, they're selling it in retro stores or whatever, but they're not making the product anymore. It's discontinued. And you take that product and you find ways to basically rig it to where you can make it play a plethora of different games. You make an emulator out of it. So you can have a Nintendo, you can have a Sega Genesis, you can have a Super Nintendo emulator. And you can even play the PSP games on there. You get your memory card that's big enough to hold all of this information, and then you insert it, and then you do a couple things here, a couple things there. Bang. Now you have access to all these games. And when I say there's a lot of games on the system, there was like over 860 games. 860, man. I mean, SS Tricky on tour. That's my shit. Also, I love golf games I just loved golf games. The Tiger Woods series was excellent. I also love fighters. If you guys don't know, Tekken 6, Soul Calibur, big Bandai Namco guy. That is me. Love them. And also we cannot forget Tenkaichi Tag. Yes. And this game was exclusive to the PSP. It was a 2-on-2 3D fighting game. You could also do 1-on-1. I think you could do handicap as well. So many games and racing games as well, like the Burnout series, Burnout Legends. Oh my God, I love Burnout. I love the soundtracks. I loved everything about the Burnout series. That is there. And there's a couple of other games that, I didn't even know was on the system. And, when you do a little Googling, hey, the rock was lifted and there's all kinds of goodies up under there that I missed out on. And I got a chance to play those and download those as well. I'm a big SOCOM guy, SOCOM 1, 2, and 3. Also Siphon Filter. Siphon Filter was dope. All these games I'm talking about now is on this tiny little system. I forgot how small it was. And I got the 3000 model. There were different models, the 1000, the 2000, the 3000, and there was the Go. The Go, which was a piece of shit. It flopped, and, it was not good. They used something called a UMD, which was how they play their games is basically like a miniature baby disc, and you basically flip open the back of the system and you slide it in, and it read like a baby disc. And that's why the games were so good, and they still hold up today. They're still beautiful today. They are, because it's based off a disc, and it just made the game so dope. Excellent sound, stereo quality, excellent graphics. And then, I even had some imports. Well, I'm a big Gundam guy, so Gundam versus Gundam on there. Oh my God. I'm just upset that there's no English translation, but I'm going to get to the bottom of that one because, oh my God, I love that game. And it's got my favorite Gundam on there. Come on, man. The very first Mobile Suit Gundam. So many games though. RPGs. Oh my God. You don't want to talk about RPGs? I mean, out the ass. We're talking about Birth by Sleep. I think we're talking about. We're talking about Lunar Star. You know what I mean? I mean, pretty much all of the Final Fantasies. You got Crisis Core. You got. I mean, the list goes on and on. Yeah, Square Enix, man, did their thing. So I don't know, man. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you guys don't know about the PSP, man, you might want to look it up, man. They're not that hard to find. Average selling price is around $75. You can get it, give or take 20, on the system. Like I said, they still sell lots and lots of things for it. They still sell carrying cases for it, skins, batteries. I mean, like I said, all the things are easily accessible. So, I'd recommend this system to anybody who is looking to have something different. And it also plays videos, movies, MP4s. So you get a big enough memory card. I mean, you got everything you need in one place. You got your games, you got your videos. I mean, I've got custom screensavers. I got a Kakashi custom screensaver I made myself for my PSP. I mean, pretty awesome device, man. And like I said, the games are still good to this day. I mean, God of War, 2 God of War games on here. The list goes on and on, guys. I'm telling you right now. Very, very excellent system. And right now I'm playing God Eater Burst. That's what I'm playing right now. That's my current game I'm playing. I just started, like I said, because I just got all the games and everything taken care of like a day or two ago. So it's been keeping me busy. I love to take it, to bed with me and play. And what's also cool about the system is there's a hard reset on it. So like, say you're playing a game and, you want to get back to the game as quickly as possible when you get another chance. So you're like, I don't want to have to turn the system off and then reboot it and then load in the save and all of this stuff. Well, it has a soft reset. So what that means is if you flick the power button, just flick it, it'll turn itself off and stay off, right? So when you want to play it again, you just flick it on again, just a slight flick. And then next thing you know, you're back exactly where you were when you turned it off. Start right back where you're at. Okay. Now, hard reset is you take that same power button and you flick it, but instead of just flicking it, you hold it for 7 seconds. Doing that will actually reset the entire system and reboot it all over again. So then you could go to another game if you wanted to switch. If you basically had the software downloaded as opposed to just a UMD disc that you can buy separately or play separately. So like I said, all of this shit was Sony's doing. Sony was and still is an excellent company. That's why I fuck with Sony PS4. I have a PS3. Now I have a PSP. Everything they make it with pride. They make it to last. And the titles, like I said, over 800 games, man. I mean, Valkyrie Chronicles 2. So many good games, man. So many. I recommend this system to anyone who's looking for something. And especially you can get it at a bargain price. There's all kinds of different colors you can find. Pink, I have black, of course. There's red, there's orange, there's yellow. There's all kind of crazy things that they did with this Sony thing, man. I think it came out in 04, 05 and it ended in around 2011. So 800 plus games, every genre that you wanted to play. And a lot of them exclusive just to the PSP. You can't lose. You cannot lose. So, I mean, I've got plenty to hold me over until Dragon Ball FighterZ comes out, until Monster Hunter comes out. Matter of fact, speaking of Monster Hunter Freedom is another game that I have on my PSP. So, I mean, I've got my Monster Hunter fix. I've got, I always loved God Eater, the series. I've got my God Eater on there. Like I said, I love shooters too and racers. I've got everything that I want. My anime fix. Naruto has some games that like I said, me just finishing Naruto recently, I discovered that there were a lot of Naruto games being made that were made prior to what I know now, which is just Ninja Storm 4 and all the ones preceding that. I'm sorry, not preceding, but all the ones before that. So, man, I just, it's a great system. So I've got my anime fix. I've got my racing. I've got everything I need. Everything. So do yourselves a favor. Check it out. Check out, there's plenty of videos. I love watching, Metal Jesus Rocks. He's an awesome, YouTuber. He's got so many videos on PSP if you guys are looking forward to purchasing one, or just if you guys are just curious, check him out. And speaking of YouTubing, that's my next venture, guys. I have the podcast, and it's been around 7-8 months now. And I want to thank you all for listening, and the ones who subscribe, thank you guys as well. And I'm not going to stop. I'm going to continue to put this out. The podcast is here to stay, and doing the podcast is basically giving birth to a new idea. I've had a YouTube channel, but it was just kind of like for shits and giggles. I put something up every blue moon or whatever. Didn't care really too much about it, but now I've been doing some thinking, man, and I've decided to just do this. Go full throttle into my channel, man. I completely revamped my channel. I gave it a facelift. I've changed a lot of things on here. I've got an intro now, an outro, different ones as well. I'm trying to take it seriously, and I'm uploading content almost every day. So just to let you guys know, the YouTube channel is there. You guys just look up Studio MacGyver, and the podcasts are on there now as well. So I've got all the backlog episodes of this podcast on my channel. Also, like I said before, I'm going to be putting up new content almost daily. So pretty much out of 7 days, you're going to get five new pieces of content per week, at least, guaranteed. Sometimes I'll go more. Sometimes I'll go all 7. I mean, the podcast is once a week. So that's, then that just leaves 6 days. So, 4 to 5 new pieces of content per week is what I'm giving you guys. So please support me. If you like the channel, like it and subscribe. Like I said, I'm gonna do this all the way, and this is what I really want to do, guys. I mean, creating content, creating things, and then putting it out for people. That's my love. Playing video games, that is my love. So I'm trying to find a way to make this a actual living, make it an actual job, because lots of people are doing it. And I understand that it's not gonna happen overnight. That's not how it works. I give myself 18 months, 2 years to try to see what this can do, to see where this takes me. So I'm trying to stay active in social media and keep all my ducks in a row. And with the help of you guys, I believe that I can fly. I believe that this can happen. I believe that this dream can become a reality, and I'm going to take those steps and make that happen. Yeah, man. I mean, my anime family, my gaming family, I think we're all, I think it's very important to interact with each other and put this stuff out, man. I mean, I consider gamers and anime lovers alike, I consider everybody family. You know what I mean? I consider everybody listening to this podcast family. So, just why not? Why not? Put it like this. I had to ask myself a question, and the question was this: if I, what would I do if, I didn't have all this stuff? Would I still be playing video games? Would I still be creating content and doing things like this anyway, if I wasn't trying to make it a job or make it, make a living doing it? And the answer was simple: yes. I mean, I'm going to still play video games. It's not going to stop. I'm still going to watch anime. It's not going to stop. So why not take the things that I love and make it and turn it into, make it profitable. You know what I mean? That way I'm living my dream and I'm happy every day. I'm not working for somebody who I can't stand or working with people I cannot deal with, who don't have a lot of the same likes and interests that I have. This makes it easy. Like, editing videos and all those things can be a pain in the ass because it is a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. But I mean, I like doing those things. Those things are fun to me. So, I mean, it's not a pain for me as it might be to somebody else, For some people, they look at it as a necessary evil. For me, it's not. It's fun. I love creating things. So, same thing with the t-shirts. I got 50 plus designs. I think I got like 51, 52 designs, at my store right now that I made myself, designed myself. So, I'm going to definitely be, adding to that over time. Eventually my goal is to reach 1,000 designs, but I know that's going to take time, and I'm down for the challenge. So I just wanted to, on this podcast, let you guys know what was going on in the last week or so. And since there's no Dragon Ball episode to talk of, I wanted to talk about a couple other things, and I felt that I have done that. And, with that being said, I think I'm going to get up out of here. I will say that if you guys want to reach out to me, you always can reach out to me, on Twitter at Studio MacGyver. You can go to the studio. You can also go to the Facebook page at Studio MacGyver. And I'm also now on Instagram, at Studio MacGyver79. If you guys want to email me, I'm also available. Studio MacGyver music spelled with a K at yahoo.com. I'm going to get out of here, guys. I love you. Thank you for listening. You have been listening to Studio MacGyver's Dragon Ball and Video Game Podcast. See you next time.